Bonjour! Hi! In this video, I'm with Andy Morell and we talk about the Learn module called Introduction to Virtual Machine. It was part of episode 42 where we talk about how you could run virtual conferences using Microsoft Azure. This Learn module is really nice when you just want to get started using VMs in Azure. We'll also talk about the learning path. So a learning path is a group of module to learn more about Azure in general, Azure fundamentals. I invite you to see that and I hope you like it.
So here it is. I had to look through the checklist down here earlier on and
Yeah, but
sort of
that's
what it
that's one module. Okay, so and I picked that one. I had that one prepared today because, like I mentioned many times, like I'm definitely not an expert in Azure virtual machine. I know them. I use them a lot, like 5 years ago maybe, but not recently, not too much. So I think I will do that. This module. It's an hour, so maybe later today or this week. And the thing I like about that is it tells you about what time it will take. Then like you have like by little pieces kind of all the path. It guides you. And there's also learning path that you could go and do, and those learning path will be aligned to certification. So that's pretty cool. So if you are an administrator of a network and stuff like that, you could, and maybe I think it's I see one here, for Azure Administrator, the AZ104.
Yes.
So like that's a certification, and like it will help you and have a learning path, and it's all the information you need to know to pass the exam. I don't think if you never touch anything Azure, you do this and you score at the exam, but like I think you need a little bit of practice. At least I'm like that. I need to walk the talk a little bit more. But maybe for some people, like I know everything is in there, so like, but it's always good. So that's the one I picked for today. Like in there, what I like is they explain, like you have a context, like you are working in a, it's not documentation. It's really a learning thing.
So they give you a they give you a scenario and everything like that.
So you are working in a firm, and then you need to migrate some stuff in Azure. So they will make you create a VM, and then you should do your choices. They will spawn sandbox subscription, so you could create your VM in it. I will be there for 1 hour, I think, and then they explain your choices and stuff like that. So you have a lot of stuff, and then of course backup. Please do back up your VMs like anything else. They talk about that. And then at the last one, like the one before the last, is knowledge check, because you have a little summary, like kind of a little form, just to validate that you understood what you just read or tried and did. You could complete, like it's not an exam, like you could totally do next, and click. They will show, this is not a good answer, and then they explain, because sometimes it could be very honest, right? Okay, there's always one easy to remove. So okay, and now maybe in between the two you're really honestly not sure, so that's a good thing. Like it means you need to dig more into that because there's something you didn't catch, but they will explain why let's say B was the good answer. So that's what I also really like about that. And it's kind of gamified, because at the top right corner, if you scroll back to the top of the page, right now you're probably not signed in, but when you are, let's see, like you're level 1 with 0 XP. So
oh no!
But it's exposed. It's good that you didn't lie, because you said no, I don't have done anything, and so, if in case you're just bluffing, say I did tons of them. Like, really?
Level 36. By the way, how many levels are there?
I don't know. I should ask. There's one of my colleague. He did all the Learn module.
No. Oh.
All of them. Well, there was a competition at some point where, well, like, part of our task is to create those learning paths as a cloud advocate at Microsoft, and like he likes to write them. So he thought, like, if I'm reading a lot of them, then it will helps me to understand the pattern, like what makes a good one or not a good one and stuff like that. And as he was doing that, it was like, you know what, let's push it. And like he got competition with someone else, and like, hey, I did read more than you, and then they read, so they like, he read them all.
Yeah.
So I should ask him. But yeah, for me, I did Azure Fundamentals in a few modules. I'm level 6, so it's not crazy high, but I definitely intend to do more. So I think my goal for now is I want to do, let's say, one every week, or I don't know, like some are super short, like a module could be like 15 minutes or half an hour, so like can totally do that like once a week. That shouldn't be a problem.
Looking at the search page, there's 1,923. So yeah, there's quite a few.
Yeah. Yeah. So like if you look for Azure Fundamentals, that's a good one to get started if you are interested. I don't want to push you in that direction, but I definitely think it's a good one to get started. Like I said.
Can I spell fundamentals? Yes, I can.
Yeah. So that's a learning path. So as you can see, this one is 9 hours.
Yeah.
Because it will contain multiple modules. I did that. There's 12 modules. 12 module. Maybe that was the old version. I know it was just recently refreshed. I'm not sure if it's still 12 modules. But I did that on my French stream. Because it's also available in multiple different languages. That's pretty cool. And you can even pass the exam. Before it was 5 language, and now it's also available in more. Like, I don't know how much more, but I know French is now one of those. Before it wasn't there, so people are reaching out to me saying, hey, I cannot now study in French and pass the exam in French because there's a discrepancy. Yeah. Like, there's a difference sometimes in the how things are named. So it was hard for like when you're studying in a different language and you try to match, you know, what
you've just studied.
So yeah. So like as I was teaching that learning path in French, I was mixing the English terminology but explaining in French so people could understand and memorize for the exam.
Yeah.
But yeah, excellent. It's pretty cool. It's a good one.
Yeah, so I do like the look of this Azure virtual machine.
So you could bookmark it if you want.
Just a
little bookmark, and let's tweet to each other when it's done. I challenge you.
I'll just click on the knowledge check and see if I know anything straight away.
Don't cheat though. Don't cheat. It's an hour. Like you should before
spend
bedtime. Like. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe and click the little notification bell so you know when a new episode is out. See you in the next one.